Why 10,000 steps a day might be the best thing you can do for your body. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something incredibly simple, but surprisingly powerful for your health, your energy, and yes, your belly fat. You've probably heard of the idea of walking 10,000 steps a day. It sounds kind of random, right? Like, is there some magic behind that number? Well, it turns out there is. And what I'm about to share with you could shift how you think about weight loss, energy, and even stress. So let's dive in. The truth about exercise and weight loss. Now, first off, let's clear something up. Most people dramatically overestimate the impact of exercise on weight loss. You might have heard this stat before. Exercise contributes about 15%, and diet is 85% of the equation. And that's true, but the kind of exercise you do makes a big difference. If you're only hitting the gym a few times a week and hoping that alone will burn belly fat, I hate to say it, but you're probably spinning your wheels. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency and what your body is doing in the background all day long. That's where walking comes in. What happens when you walk more? When you walk, especially at a steady pace, you're tapping into fat as a fuel source, especially if you're walking after meals or on an empty stomach. It's a low-intensity activity, which means your body prefers to burn stored fat instead of just carbs or sugars. But that's not all. Walking also reduces stress hormones like cortisol, which is directly tied to belly fat, improves insulin sensitivity, boosts circulation and lymphatic drainage, helps regulate your appetite, promotes better digestion, especially after meals. It's basically the most underrated health tool you already have access to, and it doesn't cost a thing. Why 10,000 steps? So what's the deal with 10,000 steps specifically? Well, this number isn't some hard biological limit. It actually originated from a marketing campaign in Japan back in the 1960s. But over the years, researchers began to test it and found that 10,000 steps a day consistently leads to better cardiovascular health, lower body fat percentage, and improved mental well-being. And here's something really interesting. Once you cross the threshold of 7,500 to 10,000 steps, the benefits really start to compound. You're moving enough to significantly impact metabolism, blood sugar, and even hormone regulation. It's not just about the calories burned, which might only be 300 to 400 calories depending on your pace. It's about shifting your entire body into fat-burning mode, supporting healthy hormone function, and lowering the stress that's making fat so hard to lose in the first place. How to hit 10,000 steps a day without feeling like it's a chore. Let's be real, 10,000 steps can sound like a lot, especially if you're used to a more sedentary lifestyle. But with a few simple shifts, it becomes way easier than you think. Here are some practical ways to make it happen. Morning walk. Start your day with 15 to 20 minutes outside. Not only does it knock out 2,000 to 3,000 steps, but the sunlight also resets your circadian rhythm. Post-meal walks. Even a 10-minute walk after each meal helps with digestion and adds up to several thousand steps. Take the long way, park further away. Take the stairs. Walk during phone calls. Evening strolls. Instead of flopping on the couch after dinner, go for a relaxing walk. It's great for your sleep and blood sugar. Use a step tracker, whether it's a smartwatch or a free app on your phone. Seeing your steps adds motivation and awareness. Remember, you don't have to hit 10,000 in one go. Think of it like small deposits into a savings account. Each one adds up by the end of the day. Why walking beats intense workouts for fat loss in many cases. Let's talk about why walking can actually outperform high-intensity workouts, at least when it comes to burning stubborn belly fat. HIIT and strength training are great, don't get me wrong. They help build muscle and improve performance. But if you're constantly in a high-stress state, mentally or physically, those workouts can spike cortisol, which can backfire, especially if your sleep or diet isn't dialed in. Walking, on the other hand, lowers cortisol, increases fat oxidation, and keeps your nervous system in a rest and digest mode. That's where real recovery and fat burning happen. So if your goal is to lose weight, especially around the midsection, Combining intermittent fasting, a low-carb or whole food diet, and walking daily is one of the most powerful and sustainable strategies you can use. Final tip: stay consistent, not perfect. Here's the deal. One day of walking isn't going to transform your body, but walking every single day for the next 30 to 90 days, that will. If you can stay consistent, not perfect, but consistent, you're going to notice better energy, a less bloating, improved sleep, reduced cravings, and yes, less fat around your belly. This is the kind of movement your body actually craves. It's natural, it's sustainable, and once it becomes a habit, it becomes effortless. If you want to take it to the next level, I suggest pairing your walking routine with smart nutrition and intermittent fasting. I've got a full video breaking that down right here, so be sure to check it out. Until then, grab your shoes, get outside, and start moving. Your future self will thank you.